you
Thanks,
so
Krish.
much.
Thanks, Zainab. Thank you. Thanks. You can GPay my payment to me on 98.
Creating and sees people with like how many followers.
Can you tell us something very funny about the jam? Like what is so funny?
All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Cuckoo, Radio Gaga.
Good evening, everyone. We're on air with Radio Gaga again. And today, your hosts for the podcast are Krish, Tewani, that's me, and Zainab Mukhtyar.
Hi,
Hi
Krish.
guys,
Hi,
and
Zainab. Hi.
hi sir, hi
Hi,
sir.
sir.
So hi everybody, we are back again with our podcast, and today we have someone very special and the most famous and the one who's loved by all college people and festivals and everywhere, Jammaster Hoho, and
Oh,
he's
that's
been
me. Oh, I was expecting another name. Sorry, sorry. Yes, yes. Hi.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi, fine. Thank you. How are you? Please don't call me sir. You can call me God, Sire, the chosen one, Messiah, the merciful, His Royal Highness. You can call me any other. You can call me Hoho, Homie, Hormaz, but please don't call me sir. Sir is very formal. Yes.
we'll call you homie then because
Homie
you
is
see.
good. Yes. Tell me.
So, sir, we like to ask you our first question for today. It's that there are many jams that take place, especially like the K-Scope jam, which I've heard is very famous, and I'm sure I'm going to be seeing you over there this year, even Malhar, I think. So, can you like? Not many people know what exactly the jam. Like some people, when I tell them that you want to take part for a jam, they'll be like, "What is that?" You have to just speak for 1 minute. Nah, they don't know what is it is like exactly. So, can you describe it for us? Like, can you
Jam.
tell us something what exactly people want to see in a jam?
Sure, Zainab. So when someone asks what a jam is nothing but speaking for a minute on a topic given to you without stammering or stuttering in proper Queen's English without the use of any minor or major objections. What happens is there's a panel of 8 to 10 participants. The jam master gives them a topic. Once the jam master gives them a topic, it could be anything under the sun. One person gets to start speaking while the other 7 or 8 or 9, however many are on the panel, get to object. Basically, if you speak without making any one of the following mistakes that I give you, then you continue speaking. Every second you speak for gives you those many corresponding points. If you speak for 1 second, you get 1 point. If you speak for 2 seconds, you get 2, and yada, yada, yada. When you object, there's either a minor objection or a major objection. The minor objections, if you get it right, are worth +2. And if you get it incorrect, it's -2. The major ones are +5 or -5. Now, there are 10 objections in all. These include speech defect, that is late or early start, tempo, incoherence. I've forgotten the fifth one, sorry. But wait, it'll come back to me. When you do so many jams, you just
Yeah.
lose
Totally.
you get into a different dimension altogether. So I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know which day of the month it is, stuff like that. So yeah. Speech defect, late or early start, incoherence, tempo, and standard format. That is different sentences starting with the same word. These are the minor objections. The major objections include grammar, time wasting, repetition, plagiarism, dramatization, and slang. So that's about it. That's the basic fundamentals or foundations of any jam.
Thank you so
All
much, sir.
right.
Just go
And
ahead.
so you, no, I won't call you sir. You made that very clear in the start. So,
I am honored.
homie,
Yes.
so homie, you've done a lot of wonderful jams in the past recent years, basically. So we'd like to know that there's obviously been a lot of good experiences. There've been a lot of bad experiences. We'd like to know one of the bad experiences for the start,
Yeah,
like
like
which
with
is the
any
jam, which was
OC
like the
of
worst
college
experience for
or
you.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take names of colleges, and I'm not
Yeah.
going to take names because, believe it or not, we call it the circle of life. The colleges that I went to 15 years ago as Jam Master have started inviting me back again, and those festivals that I had really bad experiences with are some of my favorite festivals today. So
Nice.
there's one festival where there was a tradition when I was in college that if the performance was really good, they would throw paper balls at you. And this was
I think
actually
I know.
happening. Yeah, this was actually happening
Yes.
in Bombay. And I was quite stunned, and I vowed when I was in college never to attend that festival. I won. I went there to sing. So I won the singing competition. And after winning the singing competition, I vowed never to go back in my life again till about what, cut to 5, 6 years ago, when they contacted me and they said, "We're from this college." I said, "Oh, okay." And it's a different college, it's a different ball game. They're so mature, they're so hospitable, it's beautiful. So that's one bad experience. Another bad experience I had was a jam is supposed to be held with pin drop silence, and there was an event going on outside. Again, this is 15 years ago, with loud music, tuk 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 tuk, and I could not conduct the jam.
Yeah.
And I walked out of that event. Believe it or not, again, cut to 6, 7 years ago, that college called me back and said, and today these two, apart from my usual ones that I do, are some of the best jams that I have. These are my worst experiences. When it comes to my best experiences, every jam, I'm not being politically correct or diplomatic over here, but every jam has something or the other which is new. I have never had a jam which is, oh no, the same old, same old. Even if the
Yeah.
participants are same, it is brand new every time. So be it a K-scope, be it an Umang, Vayu, Immaculata, We Are the World, Kshitij, Utsavarohan, Avishka, name it, name the jam, all the jams, every single jam. I love them all, whether it's small, medium, large. Of course, the K-scope jam is absolutely gigantic with about 1,500 people in the audience. There are smaller jams I do as well with about 300, 400, 500 in the audience, but it's all shout. Oh, my Jai Hind shout. HR, oh my God, HR. I think I'm there every month for a jam at HR. Casey Jewel. As I said, I'm sorry if I've missed out any colleges' names, but you guys, there's so many jams that I get confused. In fact, NM College and Mithibai itself have five different festivals with five different
5
jams.
different jams. Yeah.
So it's very, very difficult. So yeah, these are my best and worst. But there's no best, there's no worst anymore, at least because jam has now become synonymous to Hormaz. So whenever anyone says jam, they know Hormaz is coming. So
Oh, it's only Hormaz. Everywhere it's
Yeah.
only Hormaz, Hormaz,
yeah,
Hormaz.
yeah. What to do? I'm so villa in life. I have no life. Yeah.
So, but we learned so much from you. Like today, we got to learn a lot. Like otherwise, nobody really concentrates so much on their grammar or their, everything. But when we come for a jam, like sometimes the participants are like scared. They will be like, no, we'll fumble. We don't want to go. But we tell them that no, you go. You get a good exposure. So if you told us about your worst experiences, your best ones, can you tell us something very funny in a jam? Like what is so funny about it? Something funny that happens.
As every jam, something or the other has to happen. It's not just the jam master, but it's the participants. I love pulling their legs.
Yeah.
In fact, I will never forget that round in which there was the no four-letter word round. It was a huge, big jam. Again, this participant is a very close friend of mine. I'm not going to take her name. She invited me to her college fest after that, which was a resounding success, just about 3-4 months back. So I said, it's a no four-letter round. So she said, house, and objected, 4 letters. So I scratched my head. I said, no, house is 5 letters, House. She said, no, sir, it's, oh, sorry. So I said, okay, she made a mistake. Then a little later, she said, what did she say? Friend, 4 letters. So I said, Friend, that's 6 letters. So she said, no, sir, friend. I said, are you dyslexic? So she said, yes, sir. I said, oh, shit. Oh no. And she actually pulled out a certificate where she had dyslexia. And I said, what do I do? Because I'd never had an experience of that where there was a dyslexic participant. Yeah. But she took it. She was a great sport. She lost the jam really badly, but she was a great sport. She's one of my favorite participants till today. I still have her. I'm not going to say her name because you guys will just go out and make fun of her condition. But
no,
yeah,
sir, we're not so mean.
Not at all.
it's so much fun. She's a bundle of joy, a bundle of energy. And the best part is, in a jam, we have fun because we laugh at people.
Yeah.
It's these participants who are great sports who allow us to laugh at them, because it is very easy to laugh at people, but when you're laughed at, some
Yeah.
people don't like it. So all my
True.
participants, everyone, and I'll take names, everyone from Pranav to Meet to all my old jammers, to the Abhijits, to the Dhruvs, to the uh, what was her name? Uh, Soumya, to all these people were amazing because they had a killer sense of humor. They used to make fun of people, but when I used to make fun of them, they would take it with a big broad smile on their face, and that's what it is. Humor is the essence and the spice of it.
Yeah. So we were going to ask you who were your top 3 jammers, but you've already named them.
So again, I don't have top 3 jammers. I'll tell you why. Jam was something that was taught to me by my jam master. His name is Fabian Panthaki. Guys, if you think I am good, I would be on a scale of 0 to 100, I would be minus 50 compared to Fabian Panthaki. He stopped jamming. He taught us how to jam at a program called HPY. And thanks to Fabian and Diana Mafatia, who is now the principal of Ava by Petit, we learned how to jam. And it was the decision that I took along with a couple of people to say that, jam is the least, was maybe 15, 20 years back, the least important event in a festival, especially a literary arts event, as opposed to today, jam being, if they say, sir, if there's no jam, there's no festival. The jam is the event that a festivals end with, like the biggest festivals, a shout, a Kesco, all these, they end with jam. So I'm humbled to see what you guys, and honestly, it's not me, it's the participants, it's the people who organize these college fests, it's you guys who have taken jam to such heights. So thank you.
No, thank you so much. So, sir, I'd actually personally want to ask this. So, jam, like you said, was evolving 15 years ago, and right now we all see where it is. So, how did you, as a person, when you were young, decided to get into jam, or which part of it interested you, or how did you basically get into it?
So, I was in a program called HPY, that's Holiday Program for Youth, and we were introduced to jam over there. And it's just one of those things that I wanted to do. It's like, for example, how Michael Jackson wanted to do nothing but sing and dance. It's as simple as it came very naturally to him. So jamming came very naturally to me. I am gifted with the gift of the gab, and people say that I'm funny, very debatable, but they say that I have got a good sense of humor, and that's the ingredients that comprise a jam. And in my 11th standard, I went and I won a couple of big inter-college festivals. And after some time, I won all of them, every single one, every single one. And then what do you do when you keep winning? You can't keep winning. Other people will have a problem if you keep winning. So I decided that I'll become jam master. And for the past 20 years now, 20 years, I think school, college, not 20 years, maybe 18, 17 years I've been jam master. For 15 years. 15 years I've been jam master, actually. 15 years.
Wow, that's amazing. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm very, very old, guys. I'm a fossil. I'm archaic. I'm a dinosaur.
So, but still the best. we look forward to jams. Like even now, I know that I will miss any other event, but I'm not gonna miss jam. I'm gonna first go and sit there and look at the participants and everything. So, sir, I would like to ask you another question. That in a jam, would you have a participant who is more funny or is better at their grammar and stuff like that? Like even if they are winning, like what would you prefer?
The deal is in these jams, I don't restrict any participant from joining. Even if the participant cannot construct a single sentence in English, that participant is free to come and join. And believe me, there are some jams in which these participants actually place, because the jam is not just about speaking in correct English. It is also about having the presence of mind to object to the right objections. So when it's not just about speaking, it's about having that response time, that to be very reactive,
Spontaneous.
very spontaneous to object to the right objections. So I have no preference. Of course, I love people to speak in great English. I have no preference as far as you. It's an amalgamation of everything, if you ask me.
True, true. Nice, nice.
Exactly. So that's basically really inspiring for people, because language sometimes can act as a barrier for people
Absolutely.
who are wanting to
Yeah.
do something and do not get the opportunity to. So frankly, this statement would definitely inspire a lot of people to get into places that they might be scared
Thank
to.
you.
And so I had a question.
Yes.
So you said that there are people who obviously don't take jokes like a sport, or like who get really offended really fast. So that surely would have happened during one of your jams. So how did you respond to someone who's caught you, spoiling it for others, or like?
You don't usually, you know what, Krish, they don't usually spoil it for others. They come with a preconceived, pre-decided mindset on what the jam is, and I break that mindset. So
Yeah.
30 seconds into the round, if a person cannot be laughed at his or herself, there's two options. One is they keep quiet throughout the round and then walk away at the end. They keep quiet. Number two, they start acting funny with the jam master. They don't act funny with the participants. They act funny with the jam master. And that's when it's a very fine line. That line in which you can't hurt anyone's sentiments, but at the same time, you can't let the show suffer or the event suffer. So you have to, as a jam master, again, I have full right to humiliate or make fun of anyone, but they are no less. In their speech, they say, we don't like boiled people, and hello, I'm boiled, so how dare you? So it's indirect
Yeah.
taunts at me as well. But it's all fun. It's all in good
True.
humor. No, nothing offensive is ever said about anyone. It's all good humor. It's all fun and games. Nothing else. It's all fun.
Thank you so much, sir. So, with this, I would like to ask you one last question before we
Yeah.
end our podcast for today. So, what tip or advice you would like to give, like now we in our college, we have new FYs who are new to all of this, they are new to college festivals and they don't, know what a jam is. So, what advice would you want to give them? Like, how can they, build their skills up and, perform or participate in a jam?
So I'm not going to say this, Zainab, I'm not going to say this only for a jam, but I want to say
Yeah.
this about everything else for the FYs. Um, those days now where you could sit back and chill and do time pass in college and hang out with your friends, go to the chai wala and have chai and stuff like that. Those days are gone now. Um,
True.
if we are in a new day and age wherein if someone comes to me and says, "Sir, I know how to play three musical instruments," I laugh at them and say, "Wait, there's someone next to me who's younger than you, who knows how to play six instruments and can drink water while playing the flute."
Oh, wow.
So if you don't push yourselves, if you don't push yourselves right now, you'll stagnate. My parents keep telling me that I'm doing too many jams because during the lockdown itself, I did 400 plus jams, and these were all virtual
Right.
jams. So my
400.
parents kept saying, "What is wrong with you? You can't keep doing this. You can't keep." But the fruits I'm reaping now because everyone across the country, remember, with a virtual jam, people from Uttar Pradesh, from Orissa, from Delhi, from Jammu and Kashmir, from Rajasthan, they can all take part. So because
Yeah.
of that, and because we did these jams, and because of awesome people like you who organize these lovely festivals and these lovely platforms to educate people, because of all this, today I can proudly say that about maybe, if not 100%, about 80% of the kids who want to jam have at least jammed once with me from wherever they are in the
Yeah.
country. So jam, I don't want it to I don't want to restrict it to just a Bombay thing. It's not a Bombay thing.
True.
It's something that I want to do across the country. So in order to jam well, you got to read. You have
Yeah.
to read, be
True.
updated with
True.
current affairs. You got to watch the right programs on TV. You got to think differently. It's all about lateral thinking, because if I give you a topic to talk about, which is uh, an ass, yeah, I don't expect people only to talk about donkeys. I also
Yeah.
expect people to talk about their girlfriend or boyfriend's bums. Yeah. So it's how differently you treat a topic, you take a topic,
Yeah.
and what you do with that topic, which is what you can do only once you read. Because the moment you stop reading, you become old. That's about it from my side.
Thank you
I think
so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir. That's a lovely message. Thank you.
Thank you
thank you,
so.
Krish. Thank you, Krish, and thank you, Zainab, and thank you for this lovely opportunity by HR College. You guys, I cannot explain to you how awesome HR College is and what you guys are doing. Not just you guys, but the RCHRs, the everyone, everyone from all your clubs. Awesome. Keep it up. Keep rocking. And
Thank you.
thank you for this lovely opportunity.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much
much.
for being here, sir. Thank you so much.